Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
$55. Right here. Two times. Hey.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, it's Bell. Tyre Whitehead, top 10 in tackles last year, up to make the play.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll give this to Bell running right. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
We're going to sign. 55. Rip left.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I got him.
Now Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screen.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
We're good.
Here's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. First down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Hunt, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A toss play to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. C.J. Mosley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Darnold. And now he'll tuck it and run. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Now Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side with Bell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
55,
Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
29.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by Carlson is good. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Hunt on the draw play. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Right now. 180. Check. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. White.
They run again with Hunt. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
That's it, baby.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
54, right there, 54 miles.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
61, matchbox lights.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
1st down, Raiders.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Hunt. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Carr. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Darnold on 1st down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the bootleg. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr, able to get this to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run with Hunt, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down. It's Hunt, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Right now. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
From the gun, Carr. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Right outside. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
On second down, Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, here's Bell. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, it's Bell. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. Back to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell ship, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield, here's Carr. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
At the 31-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch that. Check it, lady. Line 54. Wild Bill.
Now it's Darnold. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Carr going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, it looks like they have about a yard and a half. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
We're outside. 57 the mic. Here I come.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Keep playing hard.
On 3rd down, Bell. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Bell, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They give him a gain of 38.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Anderson a first down and more. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Darnold now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Let's go one more.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Des Bryant. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 27-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.